YouTube, what's going on? This you got Professor Smellgood, and we back, man. I know it's been a minute. You guys haven't heard from Professor Smellgood, man. It's been quite a minute, man. Just been taking it easy, kind of like just enjoying staying to myself. It's been a real spiritual journey, man, that I appreciate, honestly. I really appreciate it. Of course, it was bitter at the moment, but it was necessary. It was necessary. All right, so with that being said, man, I'm still going to be eventually at some point start talking about oils again. But I feel like I have given you guys enough information that you guys can just pretty much, fly your wings and just spread your wings on your own and just fly wherever you want. And you can just, I gave you enough information to be able to hold your own, right? I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling great, feeling amazing. Alhamdulillah, I just turned 37. I know you're probably saying, well, you don't look like it. I appreciate it. Honestly, I appreciate it, man. It's been a real spiritual journey, man. I've learned a lot, man. Just within 2 years, I've learned a whole lot, but still know very little. I've learned a whole lot, but I still know very little. Let's get into the topic, man. I want to talk about tap into your gifts. Tap into your gifts. Everybody got a gift, man. Don't tell me that, well, I don't have a gift. Everybody has a gift. Everybody has a gift. Steve Harvey said something very interesting. Steve Harvey, he said, he was asked a question, how do you know your gift? He said the thing that you can do the easiest with the least amount of effort. That means that whatever you do, that everybody else looking at you from the outside looking in, they say, wow, man, you know what, man, you really can do this really well. Man, you know what, man, you got the gift. That's what I've been told my whole life. Ever since when I was working at T-Mobile, that's how I found out that I had the gift of the gab. Because I was a salesman, top salesman. And then everybody been telling me eventually until I said, you know what, I'm just going to start my own business. And I've been here ever since. You follow what I'm saying? So when people keep telling you the same thing about yourself, that's an indication that that's one of those things that you have a gift in, right? That was one of your gifts. Some people have one gift. Some people have multiple gifts at the same time. And I'm going to break this information down too because I only got like 45 minutes because my prayer come in pretty soon. All right, so everybody has a gift. The gift of the mind. The gift of the hands. I'm going to break it down, but it sounds strange when you first hear it. But when I break it down, you're going to say, oh, I get it. The gift of the mind, the gift of the hands, the gift of the tongue, right? The gift of the eyes, the gift of the ear, the gift of the heart, right? The gift of the whole entire body, the gift of a presence, right? All right. The gift of the smell, sense of smell, right? Now, let me start with the gift of the mind, right? The gift of the mind, it consists of somebody that's it's not just somebody that can come up with a good idea. It's more diverse than that, right? You have a person that's, for example, that's a mastermind that can come up with a great idea. That's a gift, right? Because that means that you see it here before everybody else do. That's a gift. And that's why a lot of times when people, they say, man, what are you talking about, man? Do you really think that you can do that? Because they don't see it because it's not their gift. And whatever their gift is, you would probably say the same thing to them and say, I don't think that's a good idea, right? So you see it here. Like, for example, the guy, his name is Abbas ibn Farnas from Al-Andalus, from Spain, right? He was the first guy that made the first flying machine before the Wright brothers. I talked about this before in my previous videos. And this guy, he just, in his mind, before he even built the ancient machine with the bamboo sticks and the feathers and the wax, before he did all of that, he saw it right here. That's a gift. Those people are called visionaries, right? They can see it right here. And they can articulate it right here. So that it can be put on the paper right here, right? Just think about it. When you drive in your car and you're going past the traffic light, somebody thought about that idea. It was here first, right? The street lights. Somebody thought about it up here first. Somebody visualized it here, but here's the problem. A lot of people, they visualize it here and they die and it stays right here. They never actually bring the vision to life. That's why if you see it here, you have to start talking about it. Start talking about the gift. Eventually what's going to happen, put it into the universe, right? Eventually what's going to happen, you start talking to people and then somebody here and somebody said, man, you know what, man, I don't know who you are personally, but you're on to something. Keep going, man. Keep going. I've had, if you guys don't know, I'm Muslim. My biggest critics are actually Muslims. Those are my biggest critics, right? As they say, a prophet is not welcome in his own land. I'm not saying I'm a prophet, of course, no. But what I'm just using that as a concept that your people where you come from will always be your biggest critics, man. You want to know the people that have told me that I'm on to something? It's non-Muslims. People that are not Muslim. That see me every single day and they say, bro, listen, man, I don't know who you are personally. I know your name is Isa, Professor Smilga, but I'm going to tell you something, man. What you just said to me, it hit me here, man. I've talked. My gift, I noticed, not to toot my own horn, but I'm grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the way that you can show your gratitude for the gift, use it. They say the purpose of life is to find your gift, and the meaning of life is to pay it forward. Is to give it away, excuse me. The purpose of life is to find your gift. The meaning of life is to give it away. So I've noticed that I have multiple gifts within myself. One of them is motivation. Allah made that easy for me. I can easily motivate somebody. I can talk to somebody within like 3 to 15 minutes, and I can tell you exactly what the person is good at. That's a gift. And so every time I talk to somebody and it's making sense. Why I've been selling oils Why I've been selling oils this long? It's making sense to me now. Allah is using me to meet the people, to motivate them, to tell them where they're good at so they can live the best version of their life. I've talked to people, man, and I've brought people to tears, complete strangers. Brought them to tears. I've had conversations with people, and I told them, I said, listen, I don't know you personally. I don't know if anybody ever told you this, but you're good at this. And the guy said, man, you know what, man? Nobody never told me that. And next thing you know, you see the guy again. He's doing exactly what I told him he's good at, and he's excelling in that. Motivational speaking. People have been told me this. That's the reason why. That's another thing I do on the side. I'm a motivational speaker, right? My therapist told me this. Before my therapist even knew that I was a motivational speaker, my therapist told me, I hear a motivational speaker. That's what my therapist told me. So the gifts of the mind, right? Visionaries, people that can see it here, right? A mastermind. People that are rappers, you probably say, you talk to a guy that can freestyle really good and he say, okay, well, my gift is that I can rap. No, that's not your gift. That's the byproduct of your gift. You just using your gift because your gift is like branches of a tree that has many different leaves, right? Rapping just happened to be one of those leaves. You follow me? So the gift that you have as a guy that can freestyle very well, you have the gift of being a quick thinker. You are a quick thinker, right? That's a gift. A person that can think really quickly. That's a gift. Everybody can't do that. Some people are not quick thinkers. People that are freestylers, they're very quick thinkers. You give them a beat, right? They listen to the beat, right? Listen to the beat, and then they put whatever's here, they put it exactly in the content. I'm not into music like that, so I won't be able to explain it. But people that know music, you know what I'm talking about. But they know exactly how to say, when to say the words, how to say it, the tone that fits this part of the beat perfectly. They make the song up here before they actually put it on paper or before they actually say it. They're visionary. They're mastermind. They're quick thinkers, not visionaries, because that's all a gift of the mind, right? I'm gonna have multiple parts to this because when I go in, man, it's like I noticed something about me. Somebody say you should write down your, what you're going to talk about on YouTube or whatever. I found out with me, it become the best videos when I don't write nothing down. When I write it down, it's kind of like it's odd. When it comes from here, actually, no, it's not coming from here. For me, it's coming here. I speak from the heart, man. I don't speak from here. If I can't speak here, I don't want to speak at all. That's just me. That's my personality. Everything I do, I want to do it from my heart. When I love, it's from my heart. When I speak, it's from my heart. When I move, it's from my heart. Everything I want to do, I want to do it from here. If it ain't from here, I don't want to do it at all. Now, the gift of the mind, I like to call these people, the people that are, they have the geniuses of the mind. That's what I like to call them, the geniuses of the mind, right? Warren Buffett's gift of the mind. Another gift of the mind is being strong-minded, strong-willed, a person that got a strong personality, right? Michael Jordan, he's like that. Very confident, very, very confident. That's a gift. Some people don't have confidence like that. Some people got very low self-esteem. Everybody don't have that, right? Michael Jordan got that. For you to be able to play a game and you got the flu and you still score, what? How many points? 45 points? You got to be mentally strong here. Michael Jordan was that. He was a very confident person. Allen Iverson was like that. For Allen Iverson, I know you wonder why I do this a lot. I don't know, my neck be hurting, man. Because I go to the gym 4 days a week and I be doing these shoulders, with like this right here. And sometimes my neck be hurting. Anyway, but Allen Iverson, he was a person that was very strong-minded, strong-willed, right? For him to be his height and be able to just go in there in the paint where there's big guys and not be afraid, you got to have a strong mind to do that. You got guys that are 6'9" and they don't have that type of strong will, strong confidence that Allen Iverson had. Gary Payton, strong mind. Denzel Washington, visionary. Nas, visionary, strong mind. Jay-Z, strong mind, strong will. Well, actually, visionary. Jay-Z, visionary. Right? You get the picture. So visionaries, people that are strong-willed, strong-minded, very confident, they come under the umbrella of people that have the gift of the mind. Right? Rap artists are authors of books as well. Most people that are authors of books, they already wrote the book right here. All they got to do is just put it on the paper. That's it. The book is already wrote up here. Now, what would you say about somebody that got the book up here? They never talked about it, have an audio book. They never shared the information with people to inspire people, right? And they never wrote the book down on paper. What do you say about a person like that? That's something to think about. Let me ask you a question. Where is the wealthiest place in the world? I'm going to give you 13 seconds. Where is the wealthiest place in the world? Tell me. Answer it to yourself. And then I'm going to give you an answer and you tell me whether you was wrong or right. The wealthiest place in the world. The wealthiest place in the world is the graveyard. You want to know why? Because people have had gifts and they never tapped into their gifts and they died with those very same exact gifts. They never used the gifts. They died with the gifts. They died with them. You died with money in your head. Think about that. Most people that work a 9 to 5, they got a gift, and you selling your dream, and you selling out your dream to your boss, and you thinking because you make $25 an hour that you doing good. You ain't doing good. You sold your dream. Like some people, they sell their souls. No, you sold your dreams. Now, of course, it's not going to pay off for you right now because when you tap into your dream, you tap into your gifts, it will take time to take off for you. But you got to start the journey right now. It doesn't matter. Matter of fact, the longer it takes, the bigger the prize of the gift. I'll say that again. The longer it takes for your gift to take off, the bigger the prize. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one of his names is Al-Ard, the just. God is just. He ain't gonna let you work, he's not gonna let you work hard this many years and not give you a payoff day. You will be compensated. You will be compensated. Think about all of the artists that's been doing. Just don't give up. Keep doing it. I don't care what anybody say. You're wasting your time. Don't listen to the naysayers. Forget them. This journey is for you. You are traveling in this journey on your own. Let them say whatever. Listen, on this journey, you will have people that will say, this guy, he lost his mind. And most of the people, they will be like that. But on this side of the journey, there will be people that will say, you know what, man, you wanted something, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Keep going, man. It's been complete strangers that told me, bro, I don't care what anybody say to you. You ain't like everybody else. You different, man. Don't try to change yourself to fit in with everybody else. The world need people like you. It's some people that told me that in a nutshell. The world needs people like you. Don't change for nobody. God told me that one day. I was in Dallas, when I was living in Dallas. God said, bro, don't let nobody change you, man. He said, bro, you are unique just the way you are, man. Don't let nobody change you, bro. I almost cry hearing that. It's interesting how Allah put something on people's hearts to tell you what you need to hear. The gift of the mind. Let's go to the gift of the tongue, the gift of the gab. This is something that Allah has blessed me with. My father got it, but unfortunately he used it to be a player. My father, he a player. My father was the type of, listen, my father can talk a woman straight out of her panties. Anybody that know my father, they know that he's like this. He got the gift of the gab. My father can talk a woman straight out of her panties. No disrespect. That's his gift. He just used it the wrong way. And it's a lot of people that use the gifts the wrong way. That's how you lose the gift too, when you use it in the wrong way. The gift of the gab. If you got the gift of the gab, you should be a motivational speaker. A lot of those pimps, they got the gift of the gab. They're just using it the wrong way. They should be entrepreneurs. They should be salesmen. They should be merchants. They should be somewhere, customer service. The gift of the gab. Somebody that's a rapper, that's all it is the gift of the gab. Some people, they can't see it here, but once they talk, it comes out. That's one of the gifts Allah gave me, the gift of the gab. And when I talk to you right now, I'm using it. I'm using it. Allah says in the Quran. By the way, when I do this a lot. When I talk to people, my conversation is very diverse. I'm not a scholar. I'm not a sheikh. I'm not an alim. None of that. I'm just a simple person that I see Allah gave me something and I use it. I don't care what anybody say. I'm not trying to be an imam. I'm not trying to be a scholar. My focus, I like talking to laymen, normal people, 9-to-5 people. To inspire people. People that have given up on life, that have no hope in life. Those are the people that I like to talk to. That's probably the reason why I've been selling oil so long. Because most of the people that I'm talking to, I'm meeting them right there, selling oils. Right? So, the gift of the gab. Some people like players, a lot of players, pimps, they got the gift of the gab. If they change that, they'll be great salesmen. They'll be excellent salesmen. Also, people that can sing very well. That's a gift of the gab. From a Muslim standpoint, why don't you change? Why don't you actually learn to recite the Quran and just recite it and just bring people to tears? Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, radiallahu anhu, one of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's companions. When I talk to people, this is what I was talking about. When I talk to diverse people, most people can't do that. Most people, they just they have this tunnel vision. When they talk to one people. No, I can talk to a diverse amount of people at the same time, and they all can get the message. I can say something, and a Muslim can get it, a Jew can get it, a Christian can get it, an African American can get it, a white guy can get it, a Hispanic can get it, an entrepreneur can get it. I can talk to all of them at the same time, and they all can get it. Most people can't do that. They got tunnel vision. I live in a real world where I'm talking to real people that are suffering. Don't have tunnel vision, man. Anyway, Abdullah bin Mas'ud, one of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, one of his companions, he saw a man that was playing a flute and he was drinking alcohol, and this man had an amazing voice. He came and he broke the bottle that he had the wine in, and he broke the instrument. And then he said to this man, he said, if only your voice could be heard reciting the Quran, you would be the man. You would be the man. And he walked away. The man didn't respond back. He was just in awe about that. He said to his friend, he said, who is that guy? He said, this is Ibn Mas'ud. He's from the companions of Prophet Muhammad. He learns Quran. He knows Quran very well. This man, when he learned Quran, and his voice used to blow people away. Some people see something in you, and they tell you. That's one of the signs of a good leader. They see something in you, and they tell you right away. If you are a so-called leader, and you see something in people, and you acknowledge it, and you turn a blind eye like you don't see it, that's not a good leader. Matter of fact, you're not a leader. Leadership is service, man. Leadership is service. If you want to be the man, and you want to be seen, and you want the fame and the accolades, and you want to be praised, that's not leadership. You want people to look at you and you want to be heard. That's not leadership. Leadership is service. Leadership is servicing the people. If you can't service the people, if you can't come down to people's level and you build somebody up, you're not a leader. You got to be able to come to somebody's level. I don't care who it is. You got to be able to see people from all walks of life, and you see a woman, and she's a prostitute. And you go and you look past the prostitution and you say, excuse me, I've been talking to you for 5 minutes. I've noticed that you are a natural fashion designer. You have that thing where you know how to put an outfit together. You know how to coordinate colors. You should be a fashion designer. And then you walk away. That prostitute, she gonna think about what you said. She gonna think about it. When she's out on the scroll and she's doing her thing, she gonna think about it. And eventually, because what you did is you gave her the seed. You planted the seed. Eventually, she gonna plant that seed. She gonna get tired of doing what she's doing, and guys are humiliating her, degrading her. She's gonna get tired of doing that. And eventually what she's going to do, she's going to put that same seed that you gave her, she's going to put that seed in the ground, and she's going to take this water and she's going to pour it on this seed. When she pour the water on the seed, she's going to actually look into it. How much does it cost to buy clothes wholesale? She's going to write down on the paper, right, what kind of clothes she want, how she want to fashion the clothes, what type of people will wear these type of clothes, and she gonna put. And you've been to mess around, and you can be seeing the same woman 2 years from now. And you're like, don't I know you? Don't I know you? Aren't you the lady you was? Yes, sir, that was me. And you know what, sir? I appreciate you. I appreciate. You know what? You never even told me your name. I really appreciate you for you doing exactly what you did to me. Everybody degraded me. They just want to pay me and just get their rocks off. Sir, you saw something in me. You saw something in me that everybody else didn't see. And I planted that seed, and I'm a multi-millionaire now. Sir, thank you. Matter of fact, you know what? Here's $50,000 for you. I appreciate you, sir. Love you. that person never forget you. They never forget you. Bismillah. That's a leader. Leaders don't see something in somebody and ignore the gift. And they beat the person down until they try to beat the gift out of the person. That's not a leader. I promise you that's not a leader. A leader is somebody, the moment they see it, they tell you that you got it, and they put you around the right people that can help you take their gift to another level. Unfortunately, in amongst the non-Muslims, they're the main ones that have told me that I have what I have. I knew it, but it's good to hear that from somebody. They're the main ones that told me. I've had pastors tell me. I have guys from the Hebrew Israelites tell me. I've had strangers tell me. Homeless people tell me. That's why I'm passionate about using it every single day. Passion, that's another thing a gift Allah has given me. I'm grateful to Allah for it. Passion, that's a gift. Everybody don't have passion. The way that you actually show that you appreciate the gift, use the gift. Back to leadership. If you beat somebody down, man, you're not a leader. Now, some people that some people that you're telling that you got this gift and you should do this with this gift, you settling it for less. Some people, they think you're beating down on it, but really you're not. But eventually, at some point, when they tap into it, because hindsight is 20/20, they say, you know what, man, wow, I hate that I actually treated that guy like that or treated that lady like that. This person saw something in me that I didn't even see in myself. They was afraid of change. They was afraid of change. The gift of the ears. Some people, they're natural listeners. They're very good listeners, man. Listen, you got some people, they listen to you so well that it's almost like they're not even in the room no more. Like you hear that? The air conditioner? I'm not crazy. The sound of the heat, right? You hear it? Some people got that type of listening skill. They got that type of listening skills where they can listen so well that you can hear everything going on in the background. That's a gift. Because you know what? You are a therapist to people. Little do you know. That's the reason why people like to come around you. You don't always talk when you come around. Even though you know a lot, you know what you know, but you listen to people. Everybody can't do that. That's a sign of a good leader too. Just being able to just hear somebody out and just shut down. And I'm going to tell you something. You ain't got to be perfect, man. Here's the thing. A lot of people, they think that in order for you to bring these gifts out, you got to be perfect. Listen, that's a lie. You don't have to be perfect, man. Just whatever you got, share it forward. Regardless of whatever you're struggling with. Listen, I struggle with something every single day. We all struggling with something. I got anxiety. Most people don't even know until I tell them. But you know what? I take it head on. I accept the challenge that I have anxiety. I don't run away from it. Because I know on the other side of pain, there is success. On the other side of fear, there is success. On the other side of being uncomfortable, there is success. I take the challenge head on. That's the reason why it seems easy for me to do. It's easier for me to deal with it now because I've been fighting with it for a couple years now. Back to the listening skills. Some people are just that's why people love to be around you. You know how to listen to people. You ain't got to say anything. Just, be able to listen 12, 13 minutes and say, you know what, I'm sorry that happened to you. I hope things get better for you. Are you finished? Oh, yeah, I'm finished. Okay. Well, I got to run, but I appreciate you sharing that thought with me, man. I appreciate you, man. Anytime you need somebody to talk to, if I'm available, if I have time, I'm here. Have a good day. Just walk away. Person never forget you. You have that's a therapist. I know this about my therapist. She's a very good leader. She's a very good listener. It's like the way she listens, just like I said, it's almost like it's nobody in the room. That's a gift. Here's another gift of the ear. Some people, they can listen to you and they'll be like, dang, you know what, man? I hear entrepreneur. You know what? I hear a motivational speaker. I hear an author of a book. I hear a CEO. That's a gift. Everybody can't hear that. Everybody can't hear it. Listen, some people hear you and they go from here and they go, just like for some people watching this video right now, they listen to me and it's going from this ear and it's going out the other ear. None of it hit here. None of it. Everybody don't have the gift. And let me say this before I go to the gift of the eyes, right? Don't let nobody call you crazy, or don't listen to somebody that's calling you crazy. Because a lot of times what happened, because you are displaying your gift, you are utilizing your gift, and they're not, and they're actually insecure, insincere about themselves because you are using your gift and they're not, and they call you crazy. The reason why they call you crazy is because you are different from everybody else. Think about it. When people diagnose people, like, for example, people off the street, some people, like, they say this person got schizophrenic, this person. I have a different mind frame. When I listen to this person, I'm looking to see some good. I'm not looking to judge, and I'm not looking to see anything. I'm looking to see what kind of good is there in this person. There has to be. That's what I'm looking for. They say this person's schizophrenic. No. I understand that there are some people that deal with demon possessions and they diagnose that schizophrenia, like, they dealing with demons. But some people, they just have this gift, right? Where they can see things. They can see things. They can actually see things in their mind. Or they can see things. They, of course, the doctors and stuff, they want to make their money, so they say schizophrenia, but that can be a gift in some cases. I just had a conversation with a lady about this. This older lady, sick, nothing wrong with her, brilliant lady. She said they diagnosed her, you know what I'm saying, she seeing things, schizophrenia, that's what they call it, hearing stuff, but not the hearing the voice part, but just the seeing things, right? There's a man, let me give you some Islamic context. I don't hear most imams talking about this, but it don't matter. Anyway, there's a man, his name was Sam'iri. Sam'iri was one of the men during the time of Musa alayhi salam, one of the companions of Moses, right? Sam'iri, he had this gift where he can see things that everybody else couldn't see. When Musa alayhi salam, when Angel Gabriel came down, when Moses, he went to the mountain, Mount Sinai, for 40 days. Angel Gabriel came down and he was on a horse. Sam'iri is the only one that is seeing this. The other of the companions of Prophet Moses, they didn't see it, but he did. He noticed that when the horse was galloping, the dust that was coming from the hoof of the footprints of the horse, it looked like it was like magic, like sparkles. He saw all of this. Everybody else didn't see it. What he was supposed to do is see this and say, wow, Allah has given me the gift of seeing things that everybody else can't see. But what did he do? He used his gift in the wrong way and they destroyed him. He took this gift and he saw that and he went and he grabbed the dust from the footprint of the hoof of the horse of Angel Gabriel, and he ordered them to take their jewelry and put it into a fire to make gold. And when he threw the dust in there. It made a sound. And he said, that is the God of Moses, of Musa, of Moses. Mystical, right? Made it look mystical, like as if that there was some real divine experience going on. Sam'adi, he used that gift that Allah gave him to see things, and he misused it, and he created shirk with Allah Azza wa Jal. And Allah degraded him for that. He was humiliated for that. He was supposed to use it for something else. Point of reference is that there's some people, they see things, and they're not crazy. I don't experience that. That's why you got to be humble. When you're talking to people, instead of calling somebody crazy because they do something different from you, they have a different experience than you, why don't you just listen and say, you know what, let me learn something. Think about it. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace and blessings be upon him. When he went to the cave of Hira, he went to the cave and he came back to his wife and he said, Zambiluni, wrap me. And he was in the cave and he saw Angel Gabriel. Angel Gabriel had 600 wings. It filled the whole entire horizon. His wings were so expansive, it filled the whole entire horizon. What does that mean? That means that there is no place in the sky on the face of the whole entire earth that could, what I'm trying to say, whole entire earth, all of the clouds were filled. It means that he couldn't even see the clouds. It can be seen all over the whole entire world. But it was something that only Allah allowed Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to see. Because if everybody else was meant to see it, everybody else saw it, they would say, did you see that in the sky? Did you see that being with wings? No, only Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he saw that. That's why when he came back to his wife, he says, what? I think that I'm going crazy. Because he thought, going with the narrative, where everybody say, when you see stuff, right? Crazy. Listen, this is what she told him. She said, no, you're not crazy. Why would Allah forsake somebody like you? And then she started to, this is good. This is a very good point. She started to recall right back to him all of the things that he do very well. In other words, you are a good person. If you are seeing this, this is a divine experience. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm going to take you to Waraq bin Nawfal, who is my uncle or cousin, whoever he was, and he's going to tell you because he's religious. I'm not. But I know that with a person like you, being a good person that you are, there's no reason that you're going crazy. You are not a madman. You don't have a jinn. You're not possessed. You're not going crazy. And I'm going to prove it to you. What a woman, by the way. How many women are like that when somebody say, listen, I got a big idea, I got a big dream, I had this idea in my mind, and I believe that it would take off to be X, Y, Z. Most people that you go home to, they'll tell you the same thing that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, they'll say what? They'll say, you going crazy. They would tell you the opposite of what Khadijah said to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Some of your women that you go home to, they'll tell you that you're crazy. They don't even see nothing in you. Most women are like that. I hate to say it. But if you got one that say, listen, you wanted something. I see something different about you. You got you a real one. If you see that, you got you a real one. You got a real one. All right? So, and she took him, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to Waraq bin Nawfal, who was like a religious monk, a religious Christian monk. And he knew the Christian Bible very well. And he told him, he said, you are the prophet of this nation. That's why when you tell them, when you got these big dreams, you got to tell it to the right people. You can't tell a big dream to a small mind. They would never get it. You want to know the person that actually told, think about this. The person that actually told Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam that you were onto something was Khadijah. And the first person that told Prophet Muhammad that you were actually a prophet was Waraq bin Nawfal. Look at this. Khadijah, remember I mentioned before, a true leader, because Khadijah, she was a businesswoman, so she got those leadership qualities. A true leader, they can see something in you and they can take you to the person. They can take you to the level that you need to go. Khadijah did excellent example of a leader. She said, no, it's something special about you. God is choosing you for something. Let me prove it to you. Let me take you to who? She didn't take her. Listen, Khadijah was a famous businesswoman, millionaire. She could have took him to a lot of people, but she specifically took him to Waraq bin Nawfal. What am I saying to you? A true leader, they see something into you, and instantly they take you to somebody that can take your gifts to the next level with nothing to get in return. They don't want nothing in return. They just want you to be the best version of yourself. That's it. That's it. How rare is that? How rare is that? She saw something in Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Nobody else saw that angel. He saw it. Here's the thing. When God gives you a vision, Allah gives you a vision, or whatever you want to say, Yahweh, whatever, because I'm speaking to a diverse of many people, right? When the Most High gave you a vision, entrepreneurship, whatever what kind of calling he showed it to you. It's not meant for everybody else to see. He actually saw Angel Jibril alayhi salam. There was people in his vicinity, vicinity. I don't know if I'm using the right word, but it was people in his surroundings in Mecca that were actually not asleep. How come they didn't see it? Allah didn't want them to see it. He saw it though, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Was he crazy? No, he wasn't crazy. So what I'm saying, people out there that somebody say you're schizophrenic because you see things, don't let nobody call you crazy, man. Perhaps it's your gift. People that got autism, perhaps that's your gift. You are different. That's that's the essential ingredient of a gift. You are different than everybody else. They see something in you that is not like everybody else. It's different. That's your gift. You know how many entrepreneurs got autism or autistic? People that are autistic normally have a learning disability. It's amazing how Allah works. The gifts that Allah give people, it's like, I always root for the underdog, man. Always. Look at Rudy that played for Notre Dame. Somebody that they say, man, you would never play for Notre Dame. Listen, Rudy, I almost said Nudie. I don't know who Nudie is. But Rudy, he had the gift of a big heart. He was brave. He had the gift of bravery. That's another one of the gifts of the heart. Some of the gifts of the heart, one of them is bravery, courage, right? Sincerity, deep sincerity, intuitive, emotion. That is a gift. Deep emotions. If you're a person that's deeply emotional and you go and you say Allahu Akbar and you make your prayer and you cry in your prayers, did you know there's a hadith where the Prophet ﷺ, he says there are 7 people that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives shade on the day of judgment. One of those people is a person that cries out of the fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, remembering Allah, also fearing Allah. That's under the same category. For you to be deeply emotional and cry in your prayer, guaranteed under the shade, under the throne of Allah. On a day where people will be sweating, drowning in the sweat from sins, you chilling under the shade. You chilling under the shade, you feel me? You under the shade of the throne of the Most High, Allah. Because you tapped into your emotions, you was crying for His sake. That's a gift. Almost done. I got 45 minutes and 58 seconds. The gift of the heart, Rudy, courage, bravery. To be able to say, man, I don't care what nobody say. Listen, I believe that I can do it. Also, Rudy was somebody that had the gift of a strong mind too. So he had the gift of the mind and the heart. Bravery to be able to carry out that you actually believe here that I will actually be on the varsity team of Notre Dame and get a tackle. And he did it. Despite him being 5 foot. And I'm gonna tell you something too. It's something about short people, man, that Allah has put people that are short for some reason. They're like very good leaders. From my research, Willie Lloyd, the guy that was like, he wasn't the guy that started the Vice Lords, but he was like the guy that was like the most recruited. Like Willie Lloyd at the age of 14, man, he had a lot of recruits because he was a natural leader. Huey Newton, natural leader. Tukey Williams, natural leader. Going to be a part 2 to this.